Prosperity, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. And prosperity, happy birthday.
It is written from a humble beginning in the heart of a small town in Ekiti, whose name edifies praise. Ini Ekiti. It is a tale of a goldfish that swam against the tide to become the pride of the ocean. An ocean of intellectual, where good name is worth more than gold. It is the story of a man who shares a name with his guardian angel, Michael. And his other name implies that Thanksgiving looks good on him, Opeyemi.
On July the 25th, 2023, families, friends, political associates, and well-wishers stormed the Yaradua Center in Abuja to celebrate with Senator Dr. Michael Opeyemi Bamidele CON on the 60th birthday anniversary lecture and book presentation to commemorate his birthday, which was organized by a committee of friends to be celebrated in 3 different ways, beginning with the book launch, 24-hour marathon praise in his home state, Ekiti, followed by birthday reception in Lagos. For Senator Dr. Michael Opeyemi Bamidele CON, all he wanted for his 60th birthday was just a 24-hour marathon non-stop praise to thank God for sparing his life at 60. But this committee of friends surprised him with a 3-in-1 celebration. Bamidele's book, Leadership Through Communication, is the latest instruction manual for young and aspiring politicians. Bamidele's gesture of condensing all he knows about leadership and the value of communication has won him even more respect. The most prestigious individuals took time out of their busy schedule on a weekday to attend Bamidele's book launch and wish him a happy birthday. This includes President Bola Tinubu, who wrote to Bamidele and acknowledged Bamidele as an outstanding associate political ally at 60. In a press statement which reads, 60th birthday of Senator Opeyemi Bamidele to thank God for his grace upon his life and the mercy he received to be alive and to be in such an exalted position. Senator Bamidele is one of my closest allies and protege, who has risen to national prominence on the back of his steadfastness, loyalty, commitment to progressive politics, and hard work in the promotion of the welfare of the people. I know of Senator Bamidele's sense of duty and extraordinary talent, having worked with him for many years. His passion, energy, and dedication has continued to propel him and will continue to serve him into greater future. I join family, friends, and well-wishers in wishing the Senate leader many happy returns, good health, and God's guidance, the President said. The First Lady, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, also described him as a leader at 60, thanking God for seeing him through the challenges of life at 60.
I want to especially thank you on behalf of the people of Lagos State, what you have contributed to the development of the state. You started as SLA, SSA, you work as a commissioner in the state, and you contributed in no small means to the development of our dear state. Mama said I should thank you very much, and I should also pray for you. Opeyemi is your name, and you know what that connotes. You understand? Arati saw, Atekun ti fẹ́. So many things has happened. It is not in your mind, it is not in your wisdom, it is not in your knowledge, it is not in your power. It is the will and grace of God. On that note, Mama said I should tell you congratulations and many happy returns.
President of the Senate, Godswill Akpabio, and many other distinguished members of the Senate described the Ekiti State lawmaker as a reliable man and one of the best brains in the 10th Assembly.
Our prayer in life is that as you have shown loyalty that you will continue to reap from loyalty. And that the younger generation would learn from you to know that yes, indeed, it is good to also be a good follower. Because by implication, you in future also be a leader. No condition is permanent. As you have come to honor our brother, the leader of the 10th Senate of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, may God also honor you. Amen. Congratulations. A man of honor, from the land of honor, a man of excellence, a friend of the friends, the leader of leaders, a dependable ally, a man of great excellence. Happy birthday at 60 and many more years. And may we be alive to celebrate you at 90 in Jesus' name. Thank you, and God bless you.
The co-host governor is the governor of Ekiti State, Governor Abiodun Oyebanji, who is an ally and brother of MOB. In his remarks at the lecture and book presentation marking the 60th birthday of the Senate Majority Leader, described Bamidele as an illustrious son of Ekiti, who is making Ekiti proud.
Yes, today is about MOB, but actually the real celebrant is Mr. President, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who saw in MOB what he didn't see in himself. And he provided MOB with a platform for expression, access to opportunities, wings to fly, needed investment to make him a fit and proper person worthy of celebration. Today, MOB, you are the majority leader of the Senate. We didn't understand what Daddy was telling us then. He said he needed you in the National Assembly. Today, you are the majority leader of the Senate.
And I can assure you, you have chosen the right person for this job. The last 60 years have been a life of impact and a life of purpose. Since MOB joined us in the Ekiti State, he has been a recurring decimal in our political lexicon. He has contributed immensely and impactfully to governance in Ekiti State. My dear brother, I wish you many more years of impact. Today's event is a testament to the stuff you are made up of.
To whom much is given, much is equally expected. So our own traditional leaders are going to be praying for you so that you deliver well. You started very well. We pray that you end very well. Thank God for the opportunity to be here. And thank all the members of the Senate that are here as a team. We can say the whole Nigeria is here this afternoon, all because of our son. Thank God for you.
Ojú mi rire, ojú mi rire, gbogbo aráyé ẹ wá bá mi yọ̀, ojú mi rire. Opeyemi, a dá fún ọ, kété rẹ lásán, káyè ká yanjú o ti pé 60 lónìí o, wà pé 70, wà pé 80, wà pé 90. Wà pé 100, kó bá pé 100 nínú àlàáfíà ó àmọ́ àìsàn ló gbà, lágbára Ọlọ́run ojú burúkú yà wọ̀ ó ti di olórí lóníwà dèyìn o, á dà fún tọmọtọmọ táyátáyá kẹtẹrìn lásán.
I happen to work so closely with this man. I normally say you are a very polished man. You are a very focused man, purposeful, loyal, and in fact, this is a gift to the Nigerian nation. Let me join others who spoke before me to thank His Excellency the President of our great country, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, for identifying this individual talent, working on him, polishing him, and now eventually giving him to Nigeria. For our people from Ekiti State, you have an ambassador. you know that better. We are very pleased with Senator Opeyemi. In fact, my leader, I remain loyal. This is because loyalty begets loyalty. This was someone who in the 9th Senate was a pillar of loyalty, pillar to ensure stability, calm, purpose, and of course at the end of the day, we are very, very proud of what we have achieved so far. But Mr. Senate President, you are lucky to have Senator Opeyemi as your Senate leader.
Opeyemi, before I get to the main business, I must congratulate you and also congratulate the people of Ekiti State and personally to President who did the job bringing you up to where you are today. And thank all the members of the Senate. You can see more than 99.9% were all here. For you, that the sign says you are not a good man but an excellent man. Who's on the position.
There are people who, by their character, who, by their leadership position, you have to also make sacrifice for whatever they are involved. I came in contact with the celebrant sometimes last year when the issue of establishing law school was regional. What surprised me was when he led his distinguished colleagues, senators, to the Port Harcourt. And when he came to Port Harcourt and went to the site of the new law school to be cited, he said, my brothers, that no politics in this law school in Port Harcourt has come to stay. And for me, I cherish people who have character, who have shown leadership.
Here we stand as a people with one song, with one voice. We're a nation undivided and poised. We will take a stand and build our land in faith to defend what is ours. Here we are as a people with one heart for one cause. We're determined to rebuild and restore. Where freedom reigns and truth prevails. Our land where there's hope for us all. Our land where there's hope for us all. We are where the finish line. I believe and I know you do too. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Ever Nigeria stand up, Nigeria stand up. Join me say yeah. We're a great nation. Oh, yeah. Ooh.
The task of the leaders is to get their people from where they are to where they've not been. How do we hold our leaders accountable in the business of lawmaking and representation?
The mandate that you have given to us is not abused in any way.
The primary purpose of government is to ensure the welfare and security of the Nigerian people.
Constituency project had noble intentions and they still remain the most veritable tool.
Do they really know their representatives at the states and national assemblies?
Our people, they don't have water, they are suffering. They only drink water from where rain fall.
For the current one, the 10th assembly, I don't really know who is in charge.
From the mountaintops to the deepest valleys, we're ready to go an extra mile just to show Nigerian your constituency project. Know your representative with Maria, bridging the visible gap. After the book launch in Abuja, all road led to Ekiti on July the 28th for the 24-hour marathon non-stop praise, which started by 7 a.m. Friday and ended 7 a.m. Saturday 29th on his birthday. Gospels ministers like Tokwe Alabi, Adeyinka Lasheyori, Mr. Gbera, BJ Sags, Esther Igbekele, and other anointed ministers of God graced the event. The 24 hours marathon praise is part of activities lined up to celebrate 60 years birthday of the Senate leader. Many dignitaries who joined the celebrator and his lovely wife, Mrs. Opeyemi Bamidele, includes the governor of Ekiti State, Mr. Abiodun Oyebanji, and his amiable wife, Dr. Olayemi Oyebanji, and top government officials of the state government also joined at the event to praise and celebrate God's faithfulness in the life of Senator Bamidele at 60. The praises didn't stop at that. Another Thanksgiving service was held at the Anglican Church in Ekiti on Saturday, July the 29th. Bamidele, in company of his wife Yemisi, in open display of outpouring of praises, appreciates God for sparing his life to celebrate his 60th birthday. In attendance was also the governor of Ekiti State, Abiodun Oyebanji. Bamidele described the gesture as uncommon favor, having a retrospect of what he passed through in his tortuous and bumpy political journey.
The glory of God, this is a very special day of my life. And I thank you very much. When I came here and saw that there was a space for celebrant testimony, I thought, well, it's an item on the agenda anyway. But I didn't think there was anything new I was coming to tell you as a testimony that you didn't know about me. Because you are familiar with my story. I'm alive by the grace of God and as an answer to your prayers. I give God the glory. My wife talked about how the family received the news of my book shot on the 1st of June 2018. Well, you know what? That was just one out of several accidental situations from which God had saved me. And that was perhaps the loud one. There were some other ones, they were not as loud. When we live in a tropical community where even with a mosquito bite, one could become late you see that every one of us has a testimony for being alive. 60 years in a few minutes, probably in another hour. For me, it's a testimony on its own. Because I know if you are looking for people who have taken risks in this life, I am one. I have taken so many risks at every point of my life. As a young person, I took risks. As a student, I took risks. As a youth leader, I took risks. And even as a lawyer, into human rights activism and human rights efforts, I took risks. And I had reasons why I had to go in and out of detentions without trial, just because I had to tell the truth to power. I took risks. And in conventional politics, I took risks. But today, to the glory of God, I am holding a 24-hour non-stop praise and worship service on the same soil where my blood was shed on the 1st of June 2018.
The task of the leaders is to get their people from where they are to where they've not been. How do we hold our leaders accountable in the business of lawmaking and representation?
The mandate that you have given to us is not abuse in any way.
The primary purpose of government is to ensure the welfare and security of the Nigerian people.
The constituency project had noble intentions, and they still remain the most veritable tool.
Do they really know their representatives at the states and national assemblies?
Our people, they don't have water, they are suffering. They only drink water from where rain fall.
For the current one, the 10th assembly, I don't really know who is in charge.
From the mountaintops to the deepest valleys, we're ready to go an extra mile just to show Nigerian your constituency project. Know your representative with Maria, bridging the visible gap. The final lap of the 60th birthday celebration rounded off with a reception in Lagos, where the creme de la creme of this world graced the event. It was a most befitting event, marking the end of the celebration of a quintessential Nigerian, a patriot, community leader, dependable ally, and a friend to a lot of people who deemed it fit to honor him at 60. President of the Senate, Senator Godswill Akpabio, Deputy President of the Senate, Senator Barau Jibrin, Governor of Lagos State, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, and his wife, Ibijoke Sanwo-Olu, Governor of Ekiti State, Abiodun Oyebanji, Deputy Governor of Ekiti State, Monisayi Afoye, Deputy Governor of Lagos State, Obafemi Hamzat, distinguished senators, former Minister of Trade and Investment, Otumbani Adebayo, Speaker of the Lagos State House of Assembly, Modashiru Obasa. A broad spectrum of Ekiti's sons and daughters showed up maximally for the birthday boy in huge numbers, laced with a substantial infusion of personalities from Lagos' political and governmental stratosphere. King Sunny Ade, the king of Juju music, entertained the audience with great delights. From all of us here in Mabase TV, this is to join the friends, family, and colleagues of distinguished Senator Michael Opeyemi Bamidele, popularly known as MOB, the Senate leader representing the good people of Ekiti Central Senatorial District, a prosperous, happy 60th birthday.
Àwọn ló Èwì ní ìtàn, àwọn olókùn kọ́ múra. Àwọn olókùn kọ́ múra. Bámidélé yìí kò kèròdò. Agbára ọgọ́jà. Àwọn olókùn kọ́ múra. Ẹni ròdùn mọ́ kó torí sọlẹ̀. Gbogbo sí ṣàlàyé kò lẹ́yìn kan. Ọ̀pẹ́yẹmí. 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 Happy birthday to you on this occasion of yours. Happy birthday to you. Many happy returns. Happy birthday to you on this occasion of yours. Happy birthday to you. Many happy returns. Bí fi rèrò ṣe kàn.